And there was interesting times ahead. Now, this is Ojenyira the mosquito. Very interesting. Now, as you don't get here, you say, and somewhere of course recently, was it is sweet time, was it any day? Now, the man any dini. As you don't get here, you say no, they are coming to me and the accountability no. And then his promised former appointees, they say they should prepare for premium shaggy. Was it the year win a trailer? A fain and a cassia no ebeba. Now, I said, Nketia say the declaration I yet me declare the former minister of finance, Ken Ofori, as a fugitive, where you wanted no, it is in order. No quiet swallow no. Will be better with the Ghana dream. They should come and face the law. But then the omode MPP for you know, was so no, we tune who see wo. The MPP for also bar omupa omunyebi. If only they found omumu appointees be guilty, they should also retaliate and they fair and square. And when I say don't get here, say, baby biara Ofori will be ano. Said the more official declaration there, Ebusia. So what I am password no oxygen in the sokrana, yes, someone got time namra. Na yam prosecute no so face him ra. Won't me edu my bonnet. Now on fire and katakata so Asiedu Nketia and on. However, Asiedu Nketia obetino, ese o chim, ese o issues with the special prosecutor office no they believe and answer the issue and say according to Asiedu Nketia, ohun say this special prosecutor no sebi were a toothless bulldog. Or say currently that declaration now the ama Ofori were declared wanted were a fugitive near the no. Or say enkeye die. Name in the case of this special prosecutor said the yes yashisha niyama ninti. Sebi noise pollution. This whole chase ne pro den you know say nkusiaga. Eno na Asiedu Nketia also suggested the president Mahama what you see say sebeya to make the special prosecutor more effective no and can on dissolve the current one on shutting it down. Now on reconstituting a new special prosecutor's officer and no they will appoint an independent prosecutor or what the power to prosecute, not just investigate. No, I did keke. And no Sunday prosecution investigation no be effective. That special prosecutor office be sound what now I said in Nketia said the reason that suggestion was the my baby arm finances and kasa suggestion even Akuffo adokra no nkebedi no, which means that a President Mahama it me for this advice Asiedu Nketia can now with me reconstitute the special prosecutor's office no for now or money to me to prosecute not just investigate here. And President Mahama no crowd to me say yes no kra ne ho nyosa what I say and ha kakra be fa no so fun. So according to Asiedu Nketia reaction what me aye over the recent happenings between special prosecutor versus Ken Ofori ebusia yenko na yenko tia general the mosquito ewo the latest
the maker check Ghana for ne say ye keen interest in say Mahama must not fail. Enti bibia SSC ye na ye di a contract no so with Ghana for no ye be near di ye boshe no so enunti and mate say we so start a friend is a special prosecutor so
yes
but bia we she bia ombekwa akofa number ama waba be yi ne Ken Ofori
eso yare
obeba
yare mpaso no
obeba wo munyina boni bia obi adi bia o meyi ne ho ano ube yi ho ano a o ye free
akoba
nti no accountability no ye be miamu kesi pa se ye mo bia ye so ye bia wonfa de same mra
ma ye fanchemo
mesi ye di sa mra ye bu mra no so amonche ye
I see
and na ye hu se obi abusu a ye beche
no
sa de be sa na ye de chichire o man se mra da ho wa ti akonwa no so obusu a ye mfa niu obi o ti nche busu a ye mfa ni no se de be ya ye betimi ambo o man Agyapade ho bai na yetimi de o man sika atu anamo a ebebo anchirima na ka se we ya bedi biko yeso ye medi binko we ya bedi biko we medi binko a ye bebo man no
kiseja binko ana ontra
o se
special prosecutor no onko ana ontra
ye nyama ni nkrobo mu edru ha media misusu se still ano special prosecutor institution no meme ye president anka metwam
obetwam
kura na maye no foforo because Womo Shasie, a yes, law, a provided for the establishment of special prosecutor. Over me interviews, I've been very, very consistent to say.
That's true.
A home, a man for so my P. We are me, he. Say, and yes, be a attorney general at some point. Obeje jinamu a continua special prosecutor. Obedru by Bianya Intino. Yan separate attorney general's office and the office of Minister of Justice.
Okay.
Niempe professional attorney general. Career attorney general.
Okay.
Na on prosecute say ne wa ba mu na obedi boni a onchew.
Okay.
Wa to opposition na obedi boni a onchew. Na che say owo authority to do it. Na says ya attorney general ono ye cabinet minister ono ne yonkonom cabinet ministers nyina na kobopo approve niema bia ombe approve skadie kobamu now say ono nya ne honkochi ni colleague minister obeda cha. Enti from beginning no na me ka say said Nana Akuffo Addo person fight corruption. Sa effort now ye no nyina no onya ne amend that part of the constitution no. So yeah that time but no answer him say because ya Nketia no nko ni 8 years no. But
Mobile because still like a boom.
Na make say constitutional review no enu ni ati committee. Ya be hwe ya tretre sande manu nyina mu. Ne ade no kredi abu o man no wa obebu so. That just say the anytime between nyina.
And prayed for a prompt response from the OSP to prevent imposter action. We are now responding promptly, and we have chosen the course of answering Mr. Ofori's inquiry publicly at this briefing, considering the circumstances surrounding the purported raid at Mr. Ofori's house, media reportage of the purported raid, and in light of the reckoning that some media houses have stated emphatically that the OSP was behind the purported raid, and in light of the reckoning that the purported raid is being made to appear as if it was some untoward action by the OSP stemming from some contrived vendetta held by the OSP against Mr. Ofori. So, here we go. And this is our response to Mr. Ofori directly, but through you, the media. Mr. Ofori, the OSP did not raid your house on Tuesday, 11 February 2025, or on any other day. Mr. Ofori, the OSP did not cause any persons, however uniformed or bedecked, to raid your house on Tuesday, 11 February 2025, or on any other day. Mr. Ofori, that could not have been the OSP, and that is not our style. If the OSP enters your premises, you will not be in doubt as to whether it was the OSP that had come there, and your lawyers will not have cause to do an inquiry ascertaining whether it was the OSP. We have our unique methods of conducting searches, and we have uniquely designed insignia identifying ourselves, and not just by a statement that we are from the OSP. This is one such main insignia. A person cannot just show up and say they are from the OSP. It's cheap. Anyone can say that. But when the OSP enters your premises, you will definitely know by our insignia, our methods, and the way we identify ourselves that this is the OSP. Our intelligence points us to state that the purported raid on Mr. Ofori's residence was staged, or at best, an imposter action in an attempt to court disfavor for the OSP and to derail the investigation. You know us very well. The OSP is never deterred by such occurrences, and the investigations will continue as by law prescribed. These occurrences and the OSP's intelligence, which will not be revealed at this time for fear of compromising the investigation, are very instructive as not to put premium on Mr. Ofori's alleged imminent peril should he travel back to the jurisdiction. In any case, the purported medical letter transmitted through his lawyers to the OSP did not state so or demonstrate so. The OSP is unconvinced that the purported medical letter transmitted by Mr. Ofori through his lawyers to the OSP represents a medical report to the effect that Mr. Ofori is incapacitated or is so sickly and invalid to the extent that he is physically unable to return to the jurisdiction without imperiling his life. No serious law enforcement agency, and certainly not the OSP, will be convinced that the purported medical letter stops it from demanding the physical appearance of Mr. Ofori before it in the described circumstances. We are of the firm conviction here that this is only a ruse employed by Mr. Ofori in aid of his intention to avoid returning to the jurisdiction and to personally answer questions in respect of the investigations. We are convinced that the real intention of Mr. Ofori is what was communicated to the OSP in the very first letter transmitted by his lawyers on 31 January 2025. That is, he has left the jurisdiction indefinitely. That was what was communicated to us at the first instance, and that is his intention. He has no intention of willingly returning to the jurisdiction. That much is clear to us. Consequently, ladies and gentlemen of the media, the OSP declares Kenneth Nanaya Ofori a wanted person. He is a fugitive from justice. The OSP will take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. And this is to Mr. Ofori. You have two choices. You can either return to the jurisdiction voluntarily, or the OSP will enforce your return. Another case update. The OSP has also commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses in respect of the operations of the Minerals Income Investment Fund, MIF, especially regarding payments made in respect of Agyapong Royalties Limited, Small-Scale Mining Incubation Program, Quarry Value Addition Program, Asante Gold Corporation, Electrochem Ghana Limited, the Lithium Asset, that is Projected Lithium Focused Exploration and Development Corporation, Gold Asset 2, that is Enchi Gold Project, and all other investments by MIF, and funds expended on the chairman of the board of directors, the operational funds of MIF, purchase of parcel of land for intended office building, and all contracts and agreements entered into by MIF, and all publications, especially international publications by MIF. We are withholding the names of those under investigation for now, but it targets 2 former officials and 2 serving officials of the fund. Third, the OSP has also commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses in respect of an alleged embezzlement of 1.3 billion cedis from the Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund, UPPF, at the National Petroleum Authority, NPA. The investigation primarily targets the following persons: the coordinator of the UPPF, Mr. Jacob Amwa, NPA staff Frida Tando, NPA staff Wendy Ashon Newman, and the former chief executive of NPA, Mustafa Abdul Hamid. And lastly, it will be recalled that in the last quarter of 2023, the OSP and the Controller and Accountant General's Department jointly commenced corruption risk assessment and investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses in respect of government payroll administration. It is also recalled that the assessment and investigation are especially aimed at isolating and removing the names of non-existent, ineligible, and undeserving persons from government payroll, recovering wrongful payments and unearned salaries, prosecuting persons suspected to be culpable for any offenses, and the institution and implementation of internal controls in respect of payroll processing and payment of salaries. We further recall, as you do remember, that to facilitate the rollout of the investigation and assessment throughout the country, a pilot exercise was carried out in the northern region, covering educational institutions under Ghana Education Service and the Tamale Teaching Hospital, by a joint team comprising investigators, tracers, and assessors from the OSP and selected staff of the Payroll Processing Directorate of the Controller and Accountant General's Department between December 2023 and April 2024. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I'm glad to announce to you that after thorough investigation, the OSP is now ready to commence the prosecution of persons suspected to have engaged in such conduct. So earlier today, I directed the Director of Prosecutions at the OSP to file criminal charges at the High Court in Tamale against the following 6 persons. 1. Yakubu Tahidu, a former teacher at Balogu MA Junior High School, Yendi, in the northern region. 2. Abdullahi Abubakari Sadiq, an integrated personnel payroll database coordinator of the Ghana Education Service in Yendi, northern region. 3. Sami Suk, a schools improvement support officer for the Yendi North Circuit, northern region.
Enti abusua se Nketia na chese motimi atene nka na wotimi echichim se hu hia ese Ofori wotimi eba. However, wa promise say de ekwe de mu hu nkra de wi ahase, there is more to come. Ni nyina ne say whoever wedi Ghana dream with the previous administration no, they should prepare for premium shaggy prosecution no, any the manhunt no, the investigations no, ochim say afei ena omo ba be yiri mu pan wi ne kakrawa na wa abo bia no bra be face mra na yi hu anu nye sa ade a na say asem da wo so dan tawasene ma ese Nketia akere say de omo de yemu yi as MPP mo pa mo so mo ba se legal na mo hwehwem na mo hu se obi adifo a ono nso mo mfa nye no omo mfa ho we general mosquito ensem a ene ne reaction abusua watimi edi aba wo chim se be ya enka special prosecutor's office no it needs a reconstitution na che se ono no owia ne cases na obenya no enko nkɔhye attorney general bi ebotom no no ne be decide obe prosecute straight we investigation and anko no a ato so aye prosecution e ba sa de a ye behu the effectiveness of a special prosecutor's office, not just investigate, make noise and then we just akwa. So who said the current special prosecutor idea and yama awoye ne nkeye, but then it feels like a toothless bulldog or back kwa and shem fasubia intimi embasso. Ebusia we a general mosquito nsem ena motimi ate concerning recent events and so enono. So men can also subscribe to channel feels in the comment section is open with me actually wadwen sebeya also yebehu wadwen kire ewo ensem ye hu woni Asiedu Nketia ya adwen ebusua me ye hu woni ne adwen so a na wahye nya atemdidie afin so na your first time na watimi subscribe to channel no sebeya you post video bia na also obey updated